Hi everybody, and it's time for sitting positions. I will talk about how much they affect our playing and our technique. Traditional sitting position is sitting with near 90 degrees of angle between your calves and your hamstrings. But we can see some drummers playing very high or very low. For example, if you have a big drum set and you like to use the cymbals far away from yourself and separate it, or you are using especially the leg motion for kick pedals, you can sit higher than traditional 90 degrees. Generally, some old school drummers sit in this position, which have a big drum set and want to have more control of the set and using the leg motion. And me too, I sit a bit higher than normal if you realized. And yes, this sitting position has an advantage for controlling the drum set, but alongside it has a disadvantage for using the shin muscles, the ankle motions. When you sit so high, you can't have the full control of your shin muscles. So that's why I said some old school drummers sit like this, because they usually use their upper side muscles of the leg, not so much ankle motion. Now let's sit very high and try to do the ankle motion. While doing the ankle motion, shin muscles are on more relaxing position than sitting too much lower, yes, but they're not as much as powerful related to our general sitting position, because they are like trying to reach out something if you just try to do the ankle motion. You can test it like this. With this position, try to hit much as harder you can hit. With ankles, it's hard to hit. And with this position, try to hit much as harder you can hit. You can hit much stronger with this position because shin muscles are in the optimum position for hard strokes. So again, you'll see more leg power and less ankle motion from the drummers who sit higher than normal. It's rare, but we can see some drummers who sit very low. Usually their pedal technique is using the rebounds of the pedal. Similar logic to the flatfoot technique. When you sit lower than normal, it's again harder to use the shin muscles and make the ankle motions. You have to use much more upper leg muscles, your quadriceps, your hamstrings, and even your hips this time. Okay, it may seem funny. I'm using an office chair, not a drumthrone for drumming for 15 years. So this chair doesn't go much lower. So let me sit on this one. Okay, and you too, try to sit very low and try to play just from ankles. You'll see that it hurts a bit because the shin muscles are squeezing a lot when your toe is up. When you sit low and try to play fast, your technique might be like the flatwood technique, which is mainly played by leg motion. I see a lot of drummers telling that you have to sit perpendicular while you're playing double bass. Some says you have to move forwards, or some says you have to move backwards. So all of them are wrong because it depends on your muscles used and your technique. For example, if you use upper side of the leg more, you want to come forwards, and if you are using ankles much more than your legs, you want to stay stable, or it's very rare, but maybe you want to go backwards. When you move forwards, your hits will be stronger, and when you move backwards, they will get weaker. Let me explain this with an exaggerating example. I will try to hit much as harder I can hit to the pedals on all of the positions, and you will realize the change in the power of the sound, obviously. And let's continue with that saying. Leaning forward is wrong. Some drummers say that it's totally wrong. As I gave from the previous example, I sometimes need to move forwards to maintain the power of the strokes on the kick while I'm playing fast. And if someone says in drumming, leaning forward is wrong, we can see a lot of legendary drummers who play by leaning forward sometimes. A lot of drummers talk about this topic and try to explain the optimum drum throne height and the best sitting position. There is no exact correct thing in this topic. I have mentioned a traditional 90-degree sitting position, like this, at the beginning of the video. Yes, if you started playing drums recently or have never been played before and come to me and ask at which height should I sit the drum throne, I would recommend you to start with this traditional 90-degree sitting position, or just a bit above, like 100-degree, maybe like this. But I don't say that it is the correct position or you have to always play with this position. Let's accept this the normal sitting position. I'm again saying not the right, just general sitting position. After playing and practicing a lot of things by your own, you are going to listen to your own body, try new things, try wrong things, and find the best posture for you by yourself. So in conclusion, human body can adapt everything. The best thing for you is just to know your own body and find your own posture to combine it with your musical style.